Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, July 26th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation for you to pause in your day and just breathe, to stop all of the activities and all of the to-dos and all of the responsibilities and all the running around, to just sit for a few moments and center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. Each time we have a take a break, take a breath time, I share a little bit of scripture, and today it is Mark 14, 12 to 26. It's the story of the Last Supper. In Mark's version, he sets it very carefully at the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, or the Feast of the Passover, and he tells his disciples how to make the arrangements, and then when evening comes, he and the 12 arrive, and they settle down for the meal, and they follow the tradition of their day and all of the customs, and Jesus adds some things that are a little different. He talks about a new covenant and talks about the bread as his body and the cup as the cup of the new covenant. He also talks about the one who will betray him, and Judas is there, and Judas is there all the way to the end. And each one of them says, "Is it I, is it I, is it I?" And he said, "The one who dips the bread in the cup with me." In this passage, the act of taking, blessing, breaking, giving thanks, and pouring are important, or sharing. Everyone drinks from the same cup, so we have this image of it being passed around. And so that's where I would focus my attention. Jesus says, "Take, eat, this is my body given for you, and then drink, all of you, from it. This is the new covenant." So if you haven't already done so, go to a quiet place in your house and close the door and settle into a chair and allow that chair to provide support so that you can relax into that chair. Feel the support of the chair on the back of your legs and under your arms perhaps, and on your back. And close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in God's peace and presence. And as you breathe out all of your worries and your fears and your anxieties, everything that does not give you life. Continue to breathe deeply. In, out. In, out. And think about the fact that the peace and love of God is spreading over your whole body. Imagine it like dipping yourself into cool water on a warm day. It feels good and renewing and refreshing as you dip your feet in, and the coolness brings refreshment to your feet. And as you walk in up to your knees, and you find your calves relaxing, and then you're in up to your waist, and your thighs are renewed and refreshed. And you go in further as the water is up just under your arms. Your stomach calms, your back relaxes and lets go of the burdens of the day. Your heart rate is slow and steady, and you're still breathing deeply. You can feel the coolness of that water, the peace of God. You can feel that you are not so weighed down. You can see the beauty of that water all around you. And then you dip down so that your shoulders are under the water. Your shoulders and your arms float freely. All the things they've been carrying around for the day are relaxed. You dip down a little further, and your neck is now under the water. And it feels good to have that coolness on your neck. You take some of the water and you put it on your face, and it makes you smile. And it relaxes the muscles in your jaw. You pour some of the water over your head. Your mind is calm and relaxed. You are immersed in the presence of a loving God. God who knows you by name. Jesus who came to live among us. The Spirit of God who breathes the breath of life into us. And in your mind's eye, go to a table that is set for celebration. And around the table are people that are special to you. And Jesus is at the head of the table. He takes the bread and smiles and breaks it and gives thanks and gives it to all of you, saying, "Take, eat. This is my body given for you." And then he holds up a cup. Everyone else picks up a cup as well. And he says, "This cup is the new covenant, sealed in my blood." Then he smiles, and the meal continues. Do you notice that Jesus takes time to have individual conversations with each person at the table? Very intentionally. He comes to you and looks in your eyes, and you know that you are loved and that you are one with him. And the two of you have a conversation about the things that are important to you, as you sometimes do at a meal like this. I'll be quiet while the two of you talk. And then the time for the conversation to end comes, and he moves on to others. you're able to reflect on the conversation that the two of you had. As he ended it, he reminded you that the two of you can always talk. And then I invite you to let that image fade away. And bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you're ready, open your eyes. That's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, July 26th. If you have feedback for me or thoughts on what book of the Bible we should read next, or you want to pray or talk, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.